Good morning, everybody. How's everybody this morning? We're going to make some coffee. So, yesterday at Target was quite the interesting morning, wasn't it? So when the store opens, after I told the guard, right, she's escorting him off the property. And so the store opens, I go in, I do my business. I see an employee that kind of looks like the girl, right? So I talk to her and she says, no, I'm not the one that owns the car. And I said, oh, okay, no big deal. So I go to leave the store and you will never guess what? She was in her car, backing out of her car. And I'm like, God, I thought she was an employee. Well, apparently she was told to move her car. I don't know. But, so I'm waving her over to me, right? Because I'm right in front of the doors. She's kind of looking at me like, what's this crazy old lady want? So she comes up and I said, somebody tried to break into your car and I stopped them. And I have it on film if you want it. And she's like, yeah, let me repark. So she reparks and I walk up to her and I show her. And so she gives me a phone number and I text it to her. A part with him laying in front of the door, his face, right? I said, yeah, that's the guy that tried to. And she goes, I said, I have more if you want it. She goes, yeah, but I have to go back to work. She was just on a break, apparently. And I think she was asked to move her car. I don't know. They're not supposed to park in the first stall. Why? I don't know. It's always full with the car, so, right? Anyways, so I told her about it, and then she was telling me, she told me her name, and then she told me that she had just inherited that car from her mother's passing, and that she's really mad that this guy tried to break into it. And I said, well, he didn't get into it, that's for sure. I said, I went out and hollered at him and told the security guard, and he won't be hanging around here, these parts much anymore, because now they got an eye on him, you know, and they have the film that shows his face. So she was like, thank you so much, and all this. And so when she told me her name, it was really weird because I had been having a dream with a person with the same name in the dream, and I don't know anybody by that name. I do now, but and so I thought that was pretty strange. So I told her about that. I said, that's really weird, right? Well, then, you know, and I don't dream. I've only had like 3 dreams since my car accident. So this last one was a dream of her name in it, you know? So I remembered that part of the dream. And it's not that I'm not dreaming, I just don't remember the dreams because of my head injury. So I told her that, and then I was telling her about that. I had also inherited a vehicle from my mother. And when she passed away, and she goes, oh, isn't that odd? I said, yeah, it's kind of weird. And why I'm here at Target, I'm not quite sure, because I was going to pick up my friend at the airport. And I could have just stopped by Target on the way. It's right on the way, right? Just not very far out of the way, that's for sure. But no, I said, you know, I gotta go in the morning. So, because my husband's work is right there as well. So yeah, pretty bizarre. So I got to meet the owner of the car, and no, he does not own the car. So we all knew that though, right? The homeless problem in this state is out of control. And I don't know the politicians' names and stuff like that, but they were granted a whole bunch of federal money a few years ago to help with the homeless. They have not helped the homeless at all with that money. Not at all. They haven't cleaned anything up. The only part that they cleaned up is something called the jungle, where all the homeless people stay, which is under I-5. There's this whole big strip of under I-5. I think it's northbound I-5. Because you can see it when you're going southbound I-5. So there was just this whole, it was like a half a mile stretch of homeless encampments. And they kicked him out of there. When they got the money, they kicked him out of there and cleaned that up. I'm sorry. Doing that does not cost no $18 billion. And this state, you have to excuse me, my nose is out of control this morning. Yes, it is. way out of control. But there's no way that costs $18 billion, and they haven't done anything since. But the money's gone. Where'd all the money go? Kind of probably the same place all the road money went. They've been taxing us for decades to fix these roads, and these roads still ain't fixed. There was some street project back in the 90s, early 90s, that was supposed to fix all the roads. And so then we got taxed more money to fix all the roads. So all this money got built up to fix those roads, and the money's gone. Where'd the money go? And now they want to tax us again to fix the roads. And to, deal with the homeless. And I don't think the homeless is just one problem. You have vets that have mental illnesses due to what they've seen and what they've been through. And does the vet hospital help them? No, they don't. It takes them forever to get health attention. Like, they'll go there every day for multiple days and sit there all day long for multiple days to get seen. It's terrible. And so you have them. Those are the ones that I feel for. I will give my arm and leg for. I'll give you a ride. I'll give you food. I'll give you money. I'll give you what you want, what you need. Minus a place to stay, because I can't have you living with me, right? Don't even know you. But I'll give them money and food and, gift cards to McDonald's. Now, here was my idea. This was my idea. If the homeless want to eat, go pick up a bag of trash, and not just some little dainty bag of trash, a full-blown trash bag of trash from your friends or your whatever, your encampment, your friends' encampment, whatever. Bring that to the station, wherever the station may be. Turn that in for a $5 coupon to McDonald's. Get McDonald's in on it and say, look, this is the cleanup project we want to do. We want to give them a $5 gift card to McDonald's to have a meal if they bring us a bag of trash. Bring a bag of trash, and you can do it as many times a day as you want. So if you take 10 bags of trash, you get 10 $5 gift cards. That's right. You can sell them to your friends for, $4, whatever. Buy your drugs, do whatever you want, right? It's your gift card. Do whatever you want with it. You earned it. You brought a bag of trash. That's my idea. But no, nobody wants to hear about it. They just want, help the homeless. Help the homeless. Give. You know what? If you're asking a millionaire to give, or a multi-millionaire, or a billionaire, or whatever, a hundredaire, to give money to help these people that won't help themselves, are you kidding? Okay, the Vietnam vets, or the vets aside, Afghanistan vets, all the military people aside. Okay, anybody that has been in the military, those homeless people aside, because everybody's willing to help them. Who we're not willing to help is the ones that are homeless to be a drug addict. You started doing drugs, you went down the deep hill, your family kicked you out, whatever, you lost your girlfriend, whatever happened to you to make you homeless because of drugs. And you want, or you're voluntarily homeless so you can afford to do the drugs instead of paying it out in rent or whatever. So I have zero tolerance for the drug addicts, the homeless drug addicts. Zero tolerance. Because they go around and they beg, and when you don't want to give them anything, they treat you like you're the worst person in the world. Like, excuse me, you're not going to give me something? I'm begging. And guess what? Bitch, you ain't getting nothing from me. Sorry, I don't give drug addicts money. Won't ever, never do that. Sorry. It just isn't, whatever, And that's who this guy was. He was a drug addict. He wasn't a vet. And I showed my husband the picture of the guy, and he says, that is the same guy. I said, I thought so. He was the same guy that had started a fire on my husband's work property. Yeah, because they have the gas pumps, and then they have the convenience store, and then they have this little car wash that you can go through. Well, on the outer edge of the car wash, then the driveway, right? But around the actually opening to the car wash is like some power panels and stuff like that to run the car wash, right? So I said, babe, look, there's flickering. Somebody's got a fire over there. So he gets out and walks over there, and I drive over there, and we kind of just come up together. And there was a guy out there with like a little bonfire right underneath this electrical box. And so my husband's pretty passive. He's like, put it out and leave the property. Put it out. And this guy's giving all sorts. I said, you know what? Fuck this. I put my car in park. I get out and I get over there. And I said, put it out now before you cause this whole place to go up. And he had like a piece of cardboard. And so I grabbed it out of his hands and I put it on top of the fire. And I went like this. I said, I meant now. Now means now, bitch. Oh, I was mad. It was the same guy. And I think he recognized me. And that's why he didn't bother getting up or coming at me or anything like that. Yeah. And these people, they will steal a car just to sleep in it. And then rob it for all its parts and leave it on the side of the road with no tires, no steering wheel, no this, no that. And this car was somebody's that they worked to earn. You know? And they expect everything. And when they feel like they're entitled. I won't even shop at the Safeway down here anymore because it's so riddled with homeless people. I go into the last time I shopped there, I went into the restroom and the restroom was filthy dirty. And so I kind of hollered out the door, maybe somebody could clean this restroom. It was bad, but I had to go really bad. I had to pee. So then I go into the first stall and I look down and I could see that there's somebody in the stall next to me. And you could tell she's not going to the bathroom. She's doing drugs in there. Well, she drops her syringe. And when she goes down to pick it up, I put my foot on it. And I said, nope, it's mine. It's in my stall now. And I kind of kick it the opposite way. And she's like, fuck you, bitch. I said, you know what? Go do your drugs somewhere else. So I picked the needle up. It was a syringe. I picked the syringe up. And she had left the bathroom at this point. So I go out and I wash my hands and I get a little paper towel and I take the syringe and I walk out to the customer service and I'm standing in line at the customer service with this paper towel and syringe in my hand. And I said, excuse me, could somebody just take this? I don't really want to stand in this 5-person line holding this contaminated syringe that I found on the floor of the bathroom. That was the last time. I said, I'm not shopping here anymore. You lost a customer. Because you can't even keep the bathroom clean. Because you let the homeless... You have a code on the bathroom door. But this filthy, dirty homeless person can walk in, this drug addict can walk in and go up to the U-Scan person and say, hey, what's your bathroom code? And they just verbally give it out. How about, are you a customer of the store? Yeah, where's your receipt? Oh, you haven't purchased stuff yet? Okay, well... Go get your purchase and then I'll give you the code. You know, something like that. But don't let them in there. But the code does you no good if you're just going to give it out to every single person that asks for it. Why even have the code? And they'll just break the door if they don't get the code anyways. You know? And all the Safeways in the whole state of Washington are pretty much like that. Maybe not in the outskirts, Yakima areas like that. But Seattle, Renton, Kent, Auburn, they're all like that. All of them. So it's quite frustrating. So I stopped shopping at Safeway. I said, I'm not shopping at this Safeway anymore. Went to Fred Meyer a couple times. Went to Walmart. I pretty much shop at Walmart. However, I found a brand new Winco closer to my house than the other Winco that I used to go to. And I said, this is just too far away to go for all the time. but I found one right down the street. I'm like, oh my God, it's a brand new Winco, and it's very close to me. It's within 3 or 4 miles of me, which is good. So I might start shopping there because Walmart's pissing me off. They don't have the things I need, and I've been there probably over 100 times with no pepper jack Cheez-Its on the shelf, and probably over 40 times of shopping without my coffee ice cream in the cooler. And I go every time I go, I check those places, and I'm not getting the product I want. So, and it's more and more products. So they don't have this, and they don't have that, and they don't have. Well, I want to go to a store that does have. And so I think Winco's my next best bet for saving money. But it's only food. So anything else I would obviously go to Walmart or Costco for. Anyways, thanks for joining me for morning coffee. And I was glad that I got to talk to the owner of the car and assure her that, yeah, he was trying to break into your car. And I don't know what you left in your seat, but when he walked up and put his hand like that, I thought he was actually talking to somebody in the car, but he was doing this to see what was in the car. And there was something in there that caught his attention, and he wanted it really bad. So put your valuables away. Hide them. Don't leave them out in plain sight in your car, because even in a public parking lot, broad daylight, he's going to stop. He's going to, it was morning, so it was dawn. And he's going to try and break into that right in front of the doors to Target, right in front of, anybody could have looked out, any employee could have looked out that door and saw him trying to break into that car. So, yeah. So, he's like, fuck you and the police. And I'm like, yeah. I can't wait till that fuck you comes back to you. Yeah. Anyways. So, I've repeatedly told my husband, please do not do anything on this stove. I hate the stove. I thought the black was going to be so cool. And I know you guys that have experienced black appliances are like, yeah, no, they look cool, but they are not cool. They're dirty. They don't stay clean. They streak very bad. So my husband keeps dropping crumbs down in the... He's like, well, what makes you think they just didn't color like that the first couple of times of using them? Because my husband and I are having a debate about if these are new. I said, I've already talked to Frigidaire, and they've already told me that those burners come silver. And my question is, and this is kind of dirty, but this was the new burner pan, right, that came with the stove, and I've been keeping them clean. But you would think this looking like this, because it's brand new, because it's only a couple of months old stove, and this, and you think, what, this is going to turn that color, but this isn't? Pretty sure I know new from not new. New from not new. New, not new. So, yeah. And the second I turned in the work order with the burners on there, they put in notice and quit. Packed up their shit and left. They're not even here now. Like, why are you not here now? And why is this not fitting in there all of a sudden? Go get it. Go, okay. There, got it down in there. Good Lord. Get it back in there. Anyways, I didn't want to go back in, but I forced it. Might not even be in there. Who knows? I don't know. These don't really fit right either. You know how when you plug it in, this part right here is butted up against the, it's not even close. And now this one doesn't want to go in right. It doesn't even want to fit in the pan. Okay, yeah, that's weird. I don't know. Maybe I've pulled them off too much. It's starting to break or something. I don't know. They're not new. That's what I do now. All right, well, I've been on way too long. Thank you for joining me for morning coffee. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to, and hit the like button and hit the bell to all, and so you can be notified when I upload a video. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.